that we have in this room, phenomenal. So we've got Ireland, we've got Canada,
Alaska.
Alaska, these gentlemen, and I think look at how tall they are.
Listen, I'm not
We're joined by these rugby
I was
players.
not blessed with height, but I feel unusually tiny in studio right now compared to these guys.
This is wait till you see what we have coming up for you. Okay, so we're talking about rugby. We want to get into the dirt with this. We want to learn about how this game works, what people can expect when they come to the game, the ins and outs of the whole story.
Yeah, we're welcoming James English. You are CEO of the Chicago Hounds. James, first of all, this is fairly new to Chicago. Last couple years, correct?
Yeah. This is our third season.
Third season. You guys play down at SeatGeek Stadium, correct?
Season in Bridgeview.
In Bridgeview. Now, tell us what is going on this weekend. It's a big weekend for the squad.
It is our third season, but it's our second season in playoffs. This is our first ever home playoff game. It's our semi-final for the conference. We've got a huge event, Playoff-Palooza. I think live music, live food. We've got DJs playing, inflatables, kids zones.
Oh, your mic's off.
Oh, sorry.
Let's turn this mic on.
Mic issue. Okay.
Okay, so
This
big
is
event
live
this
television,
weekend.
guys.
We're talking about
Are we good now?
all that is to offer.
That's all right, no worries.
Kid zones is where we left off. Okay, kid zones. Go ahead.
Music, food.
Music, food, kids zones, inflatables, face painting, and of course the rugby. And like we've been kind of saying, and Jenna touched on, come for the tight shorts and stay for the rugby.
Oh, goodness. Okay, so it's Playoff-Palooza. So $25 a ticket, shuttles from neighborhoods in the city. So talking about gathering people up to come to this event, you just mentioned what you have to offer, but for people who think, I don't know if I would understand rugby or anything that has to do with this game, can you give a little brief description for those of us? How does this game work?
Well, it's like a combination of all the great things in American sports. You take the continuity of soccer, you take the physicality of football, the athleticism of basketball, the intensity of hockey, you put it all together and you get rugby. No pads, no helmets. It's 80 minutes of like pure aggression.
Wow.
These guys beat each other up for 80 minutes and they shake hands and then they welcome all the fans onto the field at the end and meet them. So it's a huge occasion.
We just heard Jenna describe by comparison that American football players are, I'm quoting here, wusses compared to they're not in pads.
Yeah.
How do they stay injury free?
These guys are fit, they work out hard, but they're tough guys and they love the physicality. So you can almost feel the physicality, you can hear it, you can smell it watching on the sidelines. So it's a great way to come and experience rugby.
Basic rules though. You said you can pass the ball, but you can't make forward progress by passing the ball. Will you kind of run us through more of the basics of this game?
So actually the fundamentals are really simple to understand. You pass the ball backwards, but you run forwards. It's just a territory. You get the ball into the end zone, you score a point in a similar way to you would do in football as well, and then they kick for the post. So once you understand the idea of these like two teams pushing backwards and forwards to get the ball over the try line, the rest of it's pretty easy to understand.
So basically it is. It's all the sports in combination. It's football, it's soccer, it's baseball, not baseball. You don't have a stick, basically. So it's like lacrosse without the stick.
But what you've got is these guys have got to do everything. So they're super fit, but they've got to run, they've got to pass, they've got to tackle. It's not like in other sports where you have one or two jobs.
Yeah.
It's a little bit of combination of everything. So these guys work really hard to get that. So
this footage right here, what are we looking at right there where they're all in a big huddle and they're pushing one another?
Yeah, this is called a maul. So it comes off the back of a line out. A line out is a simple way of restarting the game when the ball leaves the field. They throw the ball in. Well, this is actually a scrum now, but you've got the forwards come together, they push and pull until one of them gets the ball back, and then they move the ball into space. So,
can we had a little demonstration of some acrobatics.
Yeah, I think they'd love to show you.
And I'm in the way of the thighs, so.
So when would this situation happen where we're going to lift a guy up in the air?
So when the ball leaves the field of play, this is a contestable way of restarting the game. So in football, you have non-contestable ways of restarting the game. In rugby, it's all contestable, so you always have the opportunity to get the ball back. So with the line out, you're going to see Paddy here throw the ball in. The guy's going to lift their player in the air to try and steal the ball so they can retain possession and then move it to the fast guys in space so they can try and score tries.
So this is to get the guy high up in the sky. Instead of throwing him to catch it, you guys are lifting him and keeping contact? You throw?
They do sometimes,
yeah. No.
We don't have
You
can
throw.
I have to step in.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, so we're not going to do it? Or are we going to do it? Okay,
We're gonna do it.
Let's see this.
Okay.
Let's see just kind of a demonstration.
A baby demonstration.
Yeah.
So it gets more extreme than what we're looking at right now. Woo!
Okay, so
Amazing.
In James's pitch where it combines all these sports, we got to add cheerleading to it because this
Exactly.
is that takes a lot of strength.
Do we have to spin on this ball? This is like a football.
Yeah,
Like when you
spin the
toss
ball.
it, do you spin it?
Yeah, I mean, if you can see that, Jake, if you go a little further over and you can see the way they pass the ball, they spin it so it goes on a faster
no
distance really
way.
fast. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
And that's the way they can move the ball really fast across a huge field, like a soccer field.
Could I try?
Really sweet.
Catch it?
I think
Wait,
you
wait,
should.
wait. Hold on. Okay, how do we spin it? I'm just so curious. Yeah.
It's gonna kind of like a doorknob almost. You're gonna spin
Oh wait,
it.
I gotta go on the right side. How do you do this
Like a
left-handed?
doorknob.
Okay, let's go. Oh, it's kind of okay. You got a grip on it.
Nice job, Caitlin.
This way.
Yeah.
Oh, into your body. Okay, wait. Here we go. That's hard. Oh.
Easy.
Oh, because it has to go backwards.
Yeah.
So when you're going forward, you're tossing it backward.
Yeah, exactly.
Is it breaking the rule if you get in front of me?
As long as it's flat, it's play on.
And so there's refs that are monitoring
So
whether
fun.
there's forward progress with the ball.
Yeah, so you have a ref and then 2 touch judges in a similar way you would in
Can't bring your arm
soccer.
up that high.
Okay.
right? That's so awesome.
James, we saw
You
that
guys
there are
can come back
$25 tickets. There's shuttles from the neighborhoods. Tell fans what they need to know if they want to check this out. This is happening tomorrow, and who you're playing.
Yeah, this is the 25th ever game we're playing at SeatGeek in our 3rd year. To celebrate, we're doing $25 tickets across the board. We're going to pack out the SeatGeek Stadium. We call it Dogtown. It gets rowdy, it gets raucous. The fans start barking in the crowd. It's they really get behind the team on the day. It's a fantastic atmosphere. You can get tickets on ChicagoHounds.com. They're going fast. We've already sold out part of the section of the stadium already.
Yeah.
The weather's meant to be good. No better day to come down to SeatGeek and support the Hounds.
Where are these gentlemen going to be hanging out before and after the game?
That's what all the ladies want to know.
Is there a get-together, a gathering, or are you guys all just behaving?
No, they don't behave. Part of my job is to try and make sure they do.
Wrangle them in,
I basically am a babysitter.
What is the age of these guys on your team?
They kind of vary. We have guys running from 21 up to our older guys that are maybe in their like mid-30s.
Okay, then our knees start getting bad. So
I mean, it's such a it's such a tough game to play and
Yes.
so physical that some of these guys are literally taped together at this point.
Oh
and,
my gosh.
just to get out
do
there.
they play since they were little? Is this a game that you guys have played since you were tiny?
Since I was 10.
10.
Since 10. Did you guys play in college as well?
In college, that's when I started.
Okay, and he's from
Really?
Iowa. Now, will you tell us a little bit about the MLR? All right, I understand this is an expansion, but let's dive in a little bit. How many teams are there, and what led to Chicago itself having a team?
Major League Rugby has 11 teams. It's 8 seasons old at this point. We came in, this is our 3rd season. Teams range from East Coast to West Coast. Chicago's such a great rugby market. There's over 30,000 registered rugby players within a 2-hour drive of Chicago itself. So it's got a long, deep history of rugby. So we knew that Chicago would be a great market. We'd already started teams in other places. I started a team in New York, but realized that Chicago needed a team. We came here, we found amazing Chicago-based investors who put their money into the team. And then we launched off the back of that. So in 3 seasons to have reached 2 playoffs, to have a home playoff against DC this weekend.
Yeah.
We're really proud of that. And I think that Chicago should be very proud because there's not many teams that are winning. And if you want to come and watch a winning team, you should come down to SeatGeek and see a team that actually wins for a change.
I was wondering too, as a parent, if you wanted to get your kid involved in rugby, if maybe they show interest even, is there different organizations that are across the country for people to get involved with if it's not offered at school?
There is, but we're doing a huge amount of work on that. So we launched Imagine Rugby this year. Imagine Rugby is our non-contact flag co-ed version of the game in
Cute.
schools. We've got it in
Okay.
school curriculums and after-school programs. This year, over 35,000 kids will touch a rugby ball for the first time in Chicago based around our school programming. But there's also a ton of great youth organizations who do rugby,
Yeah.
contact and non-contact. There's some fantastic high schools. Actually, Paddy over here, one of our players, coaches Nutria High School, who won the state championships last week, which is phenomenal as well.
Congratulations.
Yay.
That's my alma mater.
There we go.
And I don't believe we had a rugby team. I mean, I graduated in 1996, so this has been decades. But I don't think we had a team up there. How? I'm gonna do this with my microphone.
2007, an Irish guy that moved up there created a rugby team.
Okay, I got it. Now, how enthusiastic has the student body embraced the sport?
It's getting bigger. The school Nutria itself has just come on board with us, so now we're going to get fields through Nutria. So it's massive for us because at the time it was just investors that were helping me out, paying for fields for us. But now the school itself has gotten way bigger. We started with 30 kids 2 years ago when I came into the program when James brought me to Chicago, and now we're at 80 kids.
80 kids, so it's more than doubled in size. Well, congratulations on winning state. Who did you guys beat?
We beat Naperville.
Naperville.
We went to nationals this year for the first time and came second in the tier 2 of nationals, which was massive.
Amazing, amazing. Well, congratulations, Paddy. That is so
coach
cool.
and an athlete
Yes,
himself.
absolutely. Give it up.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Trevians, baby. Yeah, that's
Rugby.
right.
Wow.
All right, so $25 tickets, and anything else you can say to our viewers that are curious about checking out the game and this experience, what it entails? I'm guessing seats are still available.
Seats are still available. Tickets are going fast. We have the shuttles coming from all over the city. Bridgeview, it doesn't have public transport, so hopefully the shuttles will help that and help alleviate any issues of people getting out there. But it's going to be a phenomenal day, an all-day party, family-friendly. Bring your kids. There's a reason that rugby is the fastest-growing team sport in the country. It's because it's action-packed. It's loads of fun. The fans get really behind it. And these players, they put their bodies on the line for entertainment. Mm-hmm. And as Jenna was talking about, they look pretty good in the shorts as well.
Yeah, and one thing that Jenna also mentioned was she was shocked at the fact that after the game, you can visit on the field with the actual players. Tell us how that idea came to be and what kind of response that has gotten.
Yeah, it's interesting because we talked about this originally. These guys don't get paid superstar money, and we're not going to have superstars overnight, so we wanted to find a way to create heroes. So how do we do that? Well, by creating this, taking the distance away from fans to players, making them more accessible. So what actually was the first game that I just opened the gates and let the players, all the fans onto the field.
This was your idea.
Well, I don't want to take all the credit for it, but yes. And then we let all them on the field, and actually the stadium called me in the next morning. They said, if you do that again, you'll never play at this stadium. It's a huge safety risk. So I said, okay, sorry. Anyway, next game we did it again. And we repeated that over the first season, and it was such a massive hit. And it's really genuinely one of the things that people love about the experience.
Yeah.
Being able to get to meet the players, get autographs. And now some of our players know some of these little kids by name. They'll come up, hey Johnny, great to see you again. Here's another signature. They get their photo taken. And we are generally creating these heroes, not just on the field, but in the community. People like Paddy and these guys who go out and coach and actually not just play on the field, but go out to the schools and do the Imagine Rugby with the tiny little kids. If we can get those tiny kids to our stadium below the age of 8, there's an 80% chance they'll become lifelong fans. So it's a long play for us, but we really believe that that's the way for us to go to have sustainability and longevity in the Chicago market.
I think that's a great strategy. I've got a 9-year-old myself, and he is just he is obsessed with everything sports related, and he'll fixate on athletes and I took him to a soccer game. He's wanting autographs. It's just get to those kids young, and you got fans built in.
Which, speaking of, can we give a little shout out to these guys in case someone's coming out this weekend? So we've got James, right?
That's
James,
me.
Noah,
We've got Jake,
Noah.
So Jake's from Alaska. Noah's a Canadian international with Team Canada. Tavius here as well is American, and Paddy is a US Eagle for Team USA as well.
So you guys are all going to be out there, huh? All right.
Thank you guys so much for coming in.
One thing, Liz said I can get picked up. So I'm getting picked up.
Go, Jenna.
Can I do the thing where I'm in the middle and I catch the ball? Okay.
Yeah.
Tavius and Jake. Yes.
Here we go.
Remember thighs. Okay. Okay. Do I just stand here?
Just like
Have you signed a waiver yet? okay, sorry.
Watch that light, guys.
Stay straight. Stay straight.
Okay. Look at the ball.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jump on that.
You got this, Jenna.
Jump. Put your legs together.
There you go.
Yay, Jenna! The newest member of the team.
Thank you so much.
Thanks so much. Love you
Best
too.
of luck
Appreciate
to
it.
you
Thank you.
guys.
Thank you.
Really
Appreciate
appreciate
it.
it, sir. Thanks for coming to studio. Go Trevs. We really appreciate it. Thanks to the Chicago Hounds for being our in-studio guest today on a Friday.
Sport.
Game is tomorrow. Check it out, everybody. And we have a special treat from the Chicago Now intern team when we come back after this short break.
Fox Chicago Plus.
Fox Chicago Plus. It's airing on Fox
Chicago
Chicago Plus. We'll carry coverage live. We'll be right back after this.